What's up, YouTube? You know what time it is. It's MightyFan time, and it's Mitchell&Ness pickup time for MightyFan. I told you in my last video I had a pickup on the way, throwback jersey on the way. Yes, it was an Eagles throwback jersey from Mitchell&Ness, so I was looking forward to it. Unfortunately, my Eagles, well, they let me down last night against the Bears, but you know. Yeah. I'm not going to get into that game, otherwise I'll just get angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry. So, all I have to say is, I'll be at the game on Sunday, and I hope to see a win there against the Cardinals. I'm going with a good buddy of mine. Shout out to Jason if he's watching this. We'll be at the game. We're two vocal fans, so they better win. But looking forward to the game nonetheless. And like I said, first time I'll be at a regular season Eagles game in many years. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully get to see a win. They're playing the Cardinals, so you never know. Any given Sunday in the NFL, but hopefully that will be a win. But but at any rate, yes. On to the task at hand, and that's the pickup. The interesting thing about this jersey is I've wanted this player's Eagles jersey for quite some time. It's just for one reason or another, if I can speak correct, one reason or another, I just never pulled the trigger on it at sales at Mitchell&Ness or elsewhere. I just, for one reason or another, never did. And it actually worked out really good because I got cheaper than I would have had to pay for it on sale at Mitchell&Ness. I love Mitchell&Ness. I love their sales, but what's my motto? It's all about the deal. So I was actually able to find this cheaper on eBay, and it was the older Made in USA version. Mitchell&Ness about a year or so ago reissued these jerseys. They made the they reissued the Kelly green versions of these players' Eagles jerseys, Jaworski, Carmichael, and Montgomery. But I was able, actually, I have the home white older Made in USA Ron Jaworski Eagles jersey, and I was able to get the, they say home white, away white. Although they did wear this at home in 1980 when they beat Dallas in the NFC title game. This was the jersey they wore. So it was the home jersey that day. But normally they would go with the green, and that's what this jersey is. This is the home Kelly green version of one of the all-time great Eagles and all-time great Eagle wide receivers, number 17, the man, Harold Carmichael. He played his whole career with the Eagles. Funny little story about him. I'll get to that later on. But, yes, Harold Carmichael. This is the older Made in USA version. I know, like I said, a couple years ago they reissued these, made in China, of course, but this being the original one that they issued those years ago, back in the jersey craze days. That us jersey heads are still crazed about. But yes, beautiful jersey. I don't think the video does this any justice. This is just a real nice jersey. A heavy jersey, the older Made in USA's, you guys know. I mean, the sleeves, I mean, look at that. The heavy vinyl heat press. I'm just such a fan of these heat press jerseys, name and numbers. The rest about this jersey now, one thing I want to say, and to anyone looking for the Mitchell&Ness versions of these particular jerseys, a couple things you want to look out for. And I want to make sure that I'm not the greatest expert when it comes to legitness of some jerseys. I mean, I still have to ask on jersey. In fact, I asked about this jersey too on Jersey Central on the legit check thread. And they're always so helpful on there. I mean, really, those guys just, I can't say enough about how much of a help they are. Shout out to all the Jersey Central, Jersey Central gang there, because just so helpful. I mean, they know their stuff. And there is a legit check thread. You can put pictures on there. You can put, listings on eBay. And is this legit? Is it not? Believe me, it saves you a lot of money. There's a lot of fakes on eBay. I mean, we all know that, and you want to be careful. And I know I do. But I do know this about the Mitchell&Ness Eagle jerseys. I've seen them enough in the store. I own this one. Now I own the Carmichael. A couple of things you want to look out for, and I want to do this real quick. Is notice on the front now it's double stitched, the 17. And God love that mesh too. Look at that mesh. The 17 is also double stitched on the back. However, now there is a nameplate, but the name Carmichael, as it is with Jaworski, as it is with the Montgomery jerseys for Mitchell&Ness, the name is heat pressed. It's heat pressed onto the nameplate. It's not stitched. Okay? Fully heat pressed there right onto the nameplate. The sleeves are also heat pressed. Now, obviously, the older made in USA, so it's that heavy kind of vinyl heat press, but there it is. And that's the important thing. The numbers on the shoulders are also heat pressed right onto the jersey. They're not stitched. Okay? This is the thing you have to be careful with. And I asked a couple questions to the seller too, and I'll tell you what, I can't say the seller's great. You know, he was very punctual with his responses to my questions, and he really gave me a great detail, in detail answered the questions I had, including the numbers on the sleeves, on the shoulders, that they were heat pressed on, not stitched. And that's how you know the fakes. They've never been able to master the art of the heat press. Everything is always stitched, including in these jerseys, including the numbers on the shoulders, the Carmichael name. So, you know, but the Mitchell&Ness version, old and new, that's how they make these Eagles jerseys. And there's little things you have to be careful with, and you want to look out for. If you want to ask the seller questions, if you want to post it on Jersey Central, I definitely recommend to do it, because there's quite a few fakes floating around there on these versions of the Eagles jerseys from back in the day. So you just want to be careful, claiming to be Mitchell&Ness and they're not. You just want to be careful. But along that same vein, I will say this: if you see on eBay the Reebok version of this era of Eagles football, now they did make the stitched on the shoulder numbers and the name, in this case Wilbert Montgomery. The name Montgomery is also stitched onto the back. Individual letters are stitched, and that's how the fakers make their jerseys as far as Mitchell&Ness is concerned. Now this is a legit, you know, NFL licensed item, because it's the Reebok one. I got it, you know, some years ago in Models, but now the stripes are right onto the jersey, but everything else is stitched. Whereas Mitchell&Ness, they kind of, you know, make it more realistic. You know, the flair, the whole, you know. You know the brand. But there's just little things you want to be careful with. But again, this is a legit, you know, NFL, you know, licensed product. Just it's the Mitchell. It's the Mitchell. It's the I got Mitchell on my mind. It's the Reebok version. So everything is stitched besides for the stripes on the sleeves. And again, that's just how Reebok did. It was more of a generic, you know, jersey, whereas Mitchell&Ness has more of the flair to it. So they, you know, make it more realistic, and, you know, whatever the case may be. But that's just the thing you want to be careful with these jerseys. I know some of the other Mitchell&Ness jerseys with football, sometimes, you know, that the numbers and all are stitched and the logo's heat pressed. There's a lot of things just to be careful with, or like the stripes on the sleeves are heat pressed. A lot of things you just want to be careful with. And again, any questions, go ahead and ask the good people at Jersey Central. They will definitely answer your questions. But yes, Harold Carmichael and Swag Factor. You guys saw the hat in the last video. I said I got something coming for it. A-Rock, there you go. There's a Swag Factor. Boom. We'll be wearing this outfit to the Eagles game on Sunday. If anyone else is going to be there, keep a lookout for me. I'll be wearing that. Of course, other people might be too. Probably see a few number 17 jerseys hanging around. But yes, Harold Carmichael, the story behind him, one of the stories, one of my favorite stories, is, like I said, he played his whole career as an Eagle. And as the story goes, he, at the end of his career, and if I'm remembering this correct, I hope I am, at the end of his career, he was released by the Eagles. He was picked up by Dallas. Now, Dallas, at the time, and they still are, one of the big chief rivals to the Eagles, of course, division, you know, foe and everything like that. They're the team I can't stand more than they are the team, to be honest. That's just the wars I had with their fans back in high school, let me tell you. But at any rate, yes, Harold Carmichael was picked up by Dallas, and he's sitting there, if I remember correct, he's sitting there either in the locker room or his hotel room or something like that, and he puts on the Dallas uniform, and he puts on the Dallas helmet, and he looks at himself in the mirror, and he says, I can't go through with this, and he retires right there and then. He retires as a Philadelphia Eagle because he couldn't bear play with Dallas. Can you imagine a player doing that today? Honestly, I know the money is different and all that today, but can you really? I mean, Brett Favre played for the Vikings, you know? I mean, Mr. Packer played for the Vikings, you know? It's just, you know, but I just thought that was an awesome story, and I loved it when I heard it, and, you know, I said, hey, I already wanted the guy's jersey, but now I wanted even that much more. And, of course, now he's a receivers coach with the Eagles. I think I may have mentioned that, but if I didn't, I did now. So he's an Eagle through and through, bleeds green, and there you go. Great story there for Harold Carmichael. But yes, there is his Made in USA Mitchell&Ness jersey. Real happy to have it. I mean, honestly, bought it cheaper than I would have had to pay at the store for the newer, you know, made in China version. So, you know, I would have been happy either way, but just to get it, I mean, I can't say enough about this jersey. It's instantly one of my top throwback football jerseys in the collection. I just really, I mean, like I said, the video's not going to do it justice. It's just a beautiful jersey, really is. Everything about it pops. And I'll be looking forward to wearing this on Sunday against the, watching my Eagles take on the Cardinals. Hopefully they can right the ship, get back in the winning ways before a huge game the week after that in the Meadowlands. That's right, Murph. Playing those Giants. But anyway. Yes, so that's the new pickup. Hope you all enjoyed it. I want to give a quick shout. I promised this guy would give him a shout out, and I will do so because I'm a man of my word. But that is Dodgeball Terrorist. Big shout out to you. Thanks for giving me the shout out in your last video. I know he's always left us kind comments in our videos and all, and now he's starting to make videos of his own. So he's in our Jersey Heads community now. Great video by you. I know that Ozzie Smith All-Star jersey. Funny little story about that jersey for me. I saw it actually over the spring at the Mitchell&Ness store. It was back in like a clearance section of theirs. Normally they don't have jerseys in the clearance section, but they had a few, and that was one of them. And I was gonna get, but it was a little too big on me, so I went with that. I went with that Duper Dolphins jersey instead at the time, and so yeah, another one of those heat press jerseys, just for football, yeah. But at any rate, great vid by you. Welcome to our Jersey Heads community. Keep making those videos. I know you got another video coming out pretty soon. You and I were PMing about it, and yeah. I'm not going to give away what it is. We'll let the viewers find out. But, you know, look forward to that video by you. And again, thanks for the shout and your latest video to me. And here I am returning the favor. Shout out to you. So, yes. And speaking of shout outs as always to all my subscribers of my channel. Thank you all so much for subscribing. Keep hitting that subscribe button. To me and to all my other, you know, fellow Jersey Heads as well. And as always, a big shout out to all my fellow Jersey Heads, all my fellow Philadelphia Eagles fans. It was a tough one last night, I know, but I'm looking forward to this Sunday against the Cardinals. Maybe I'll see some people there. Who knows? I know the mighty E-Rock is a season ticket holder, not to be confused with A-Rock, our fellow Jersey Head from the West Coast. But the mighty E-Rock, a Philadelphia native, is a season ticket holder to the Eagles. Makes some great videos on YouTube. Make sure you guys check him out. And, you know, I know he patrols the parking lots there during the tailgating and all, so maybe we'll bump into one another there, E-Rock, and, yeah, so you never know. But at any rate, big shout-outs, as always, to my friends and family as well. And, hey, until the next video, this is MightyFan saying peace. I'll see you next video. And, by the way, I still have my eyes on that other eBay auction. I'm not saying what it is. Just remember that. Not saying what it is. You just have to wait and find out. If I win it, I'll have a pickup video again in about a week. If I don't win it, I'll have another pickup video by Black Friday. So either way, win-win for me. But no, but I'm still hoping I win it. What is it? I'm not saying. You'll have to just wait and see. But at any rate, all right. This is MightyFan saying peace. I will see you in the next video. All right.